So right off the bat, before we even open any rolls up, we have an addition for the Canadian Nickels #2 collection book. Hello, coin enthusiasts out there. It is I, Dax Collects, and we have another 2-box nickel hunt for you all. Joined by Bandy, of course, our good luck charm. These are nickel boxes number 86 and number 87 here on YouTube. Let's see what we can find inside these 2 nickel boxes here. If you guys really enjoy coin roll hunting content, consider liking and subscribing. If you haven't seen my last nickel box video, I'll put the card right up here for you. And here are the nickels to look out for. Now, we haven't found a war nickel in quite some time. Those coins were composed of 35% silver and minted between the years 1942 and 1945. Let's see if we can find one of those in circulation. And as well as buffaloes, maybe even a V-nickel. It's been a while since we've found that in circulation. Now, let's flip this nickel here to determine which of these boxes goes first and second. So heads will be this box, and tails will be this box. Let's see what we start with. Heads. Let's start this 2-box nickel hunt with this box first. Continuing our long series of coin roll hunts with nickel box number 86. All right. Check these enders out. I'll check the ones above and below real quick. I see a Canadian nickel right off the bat here. Everything below is standard. All I see are Jefferson nickels below. Now let's take a look at this Canadian nickel ender. Let's see. It is a 2007 Canadian nickel. And it's actually a coin that we have never found in circulation. So right off the bat, before we even open any rolls up, we have an addition for the Canadian Nickels #2 collection book. Very nice. So it is a 2007 Royal Canadian Mint ender. And that's all we see. Now, with these 2-box nickel hunts, I'll go through the rolls on my own. And I'll only show you guys the 40s Jefferson nickels. I'll only show you one of each per 2-box nickel hunt. So if we find a 1940 Philadelphia, then I'll show you guys the first one. And if we find another one, then I'll set that to the side and it'll still count for the full box recap. Just won't show you multiples of them, just to save time. And we're still looking for those 4 missing Jefferson nickels, which I'll show you what we're missing right here. Let's see if we can find one of those 4 in this 2-box nickel hunt. All right. We have one addition on the board. Let's see how many more additions we can find. Let's get started with nickel box number 86. So with that being said, let's get right into it. We're starting this hunt off with a find inside of the very first roll. And it's a foreign find. We have a 2017 1 Mexican peso. There it is. Very nice. We're still on roll number 1. And I brought out the 1965 special mint set here because I found this coin. We have a 1966 Philadelphia in stunning condition. Now, I figured we compare these two since The 1966 also has a special mint set. Both of these do have very similar finishes to them. The one we found, of course, doesn't look as clean as the one in the cellophane. But, man, looking at them closely, I can see the satin-like finish here on this coin. So I believe we have found a 1966 SMS coin in circulation. It's kind of funny because I found a coin similar to this about 2 nickel box hunts ago. I want to say in nickel box number 82 and number 83, where I found a 1967 nickel that had a similar finish, but I called it not an SMS. I think we might have found one here. I'll set this to the side and keep it along with our other finds for the box. We have our first 40s nickel of the box inside of roll number 8. Here it is. 1941, San Francisco. Not bad. Another 2 rolls into the box. Here's our second 40s nickel. 1949, minted in Philadelphia. Next roll, roll number 11. Here's our third 40s nickel. 1946, Philadelphia. Now, whenever you find this coin, check for the Henny nickel. These were the years they were minted, and these were counterfeit nickels. Should have never been put out into circulation. And the best way to find one is if you have a hole on the left leg of the R. Also, a die crack from the top of the building to the rim. And check the weight. Henny nickels tend to weigh 0.2 to 0.5 grams more than a regular nickel. So check for those. If you have at least one of those things that I mentioned, then you have a counterfeit nickel. Very sought after by collectors. We don't have one here. Let's see what else is out there. Another 2 rolls in. Roll number 13. Here's another 40s nickel. 1947. Minted in San Francisco. 2 more rolls in. Inside of roll number 15. Here's a fun little find. Look at the year of this Jefferson nickel. We have a 1938. First year Jefferson nickel. Now we have already found all of the variants of this Jefferson nickel from the Philadelphia to the San Francisco mint. Let's take a look and see if it has a mint mark. It is a little more rare than the Philadelphia variant. Let's see. We do not. It is a 38 Philadelphia. Around 19 million of these were minted into circulation. Next roll, roll number 16. Here is another 40s nickel. 1940. Minted in San Francisco. Now we are on roll number 20 of the box. Another 40s nickel we haven't seen yet. 1947. Minted in Philadelphia. All right, we have 2 finds in this roll. Roll number 21. First up is this 1940 Jefferson nickel. Minted in Philadelphia. And then there's this coin. Look at this. This coin is good for 5 cents in trade. We just found a trade token in this box. Arizona Automatic, Bisbee, Arizona. Very, very interesting. We have found a trade token in the past from 3 nickel box hunts ago, 80 and 81. We found a Joe Fish trade token. Now we have this one. Awesome. Now, Numista does have the Arizona automatic trade token on their website. Composition is white metal. Oh, interesting. Not even a specified composition. Doesn't have a date on it. But I'm guessing it's somewhere between the 1950s and 70s or something like that. Could be older than that. I have no idea. But there we go. Very, very nice. We are halfway done with this box. Inside of roll number 26 is another 40s nickel. This was an ender. 1941. Minted in Philadelphia. This coin here has a mintage of over 200 million. Next roll, roll number 27. And we found a 2024 Denver Jefferson nickel. The current mintage for this coin is 32.88 million. I checked the mintage sometime last month, and it's still at 32.88 million today. So it definitely seems like the U.S. Mint has ceased minting nickels for the 2024 series. So these coins have a much lower mintage than the 2009 series of nickels. And there weren't many of those minted either. Now, with that knowledge, I keep every single 2024 Jefferson nickel I find inside of these boxes. We'll keep this one too. All right, let's continue. All right, we have a chance to find an edition for the album inside of roll number 29. Let's see. We have a 1939. We are looking for the Denver variant. Let's see if we found it here. No, we didn't. We found a 1939 Philadelphia. Very common. 120 million of these were minted, as opposed to the Denver variant having only 3 million and the San Francisco variant having only 6 million minted. Very scarce coins. Now, for those of you that check for varieties, check for the double die reverse. Monticello and 5 cents have the strongest spread for DDR. If you find one, it's worth quite a bit. We are now on roll number 37. We did find 2 duplicates, a 1941 Philadelphia and a 1946 Philadelphia. Here's one we haven't seen yet. 1941, minted in Denver. Just about finished with this box. Inside of roll number 47, here's another 40s nickel we haven't seen. 1946, minted in Denver. We made it to the final roll of the box with the Canadian nickel ender. Let's go ahead and pull this nickel out. Here it is. The 2007 with the uncrowned obverse design and the Royal Canadian Mint logo right here. Like I said in the beginning, this will be an addition to the Canadian Nickels #2 collection book. We will plug this in later in the video. Just finished nickel box number 86. Here's what we found in this box. 2 nickels here from the 1930s. Found a total of 13 1940s Jefferson nickels, 8 1950s Jefferson nickels, a beautiful 1966 Jefferson nickel. Right now, I'm calling this a special mint set nickel. A 2024 Denver Jefferson nickel. Our 1 edition 2007 Canadian nickel here. A 2017 Mexican peso coin. And a trade token with the Arizona automatic obverse showing. Not a bad start to this 2-box nickel hunt. Found a wide variety of coins. We will check all of these for upgrades later in the video. And we'll plug this in, of course, later. Now, let's go ahead and bring out the next nickel box of the video. Let's begin nickel box number 87 right now. Standard for enders this time around. All right. Can we find a buffalo in this box? Let's find out. So with that being said, let's get right into it. We have a great find inside of roll number 13. Take a look at this, folks. We found a war nickel inside of this box. 1943 Philadelphia. War nickels always have the mint mark above the Monticello building. PDNS. Now there are 2 varieties to check for here. One of those is the 3/2 and the other is the doubled I. I do keep all the war nickels I find in circulation, put them in coin tubes. Silver-wise, they're worth about $2. So not too shabby. Next roll, roll number 14. We have a Canadian nickel. 1982. And it has the tiara obverse design. 2 rolls later, inside of roll number 16, we have a chance of finding an addition for the album. 1948. Let's check to see if it has that San Francisco mint mark. We did not find it here. We have a 1948 Philadelphia. Tough finding that 48S. We managed to find a buffalo nickel inside of roll number 22. All right. We have a Philadelphia buffalo nickel, since there is no mint mark below 5 cents. And do we have a visible date? Just slightly. I'm going to say 1916, but I'm not entirely sure. Could be 1926, 1936. I have no idea. Well, we know what to do when we can't figure out a date. We're going to apply 1 drop of Nicodate into the date area of the coin. So let's do it right now. Just like so. Now I'll let the acid do its work for about a minute. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and fill this coin tube up with some water so we can dunk the Buffalo nickel in once the minute elapses. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right. The minute is up. Dunk it in water. Wipe this off. And let's see if we have a visible date. Should be good now. Oh, yeah. We have a 1916 Philadelphia. I believe we have already found this in a previous hunt, so it will not be an addition to the collection book. But we will still check to see if it upgrades. One Buffalo nickel on the board. Let's see what else is out there. Next roll, roll number 23. And just like the previous box, we found a beautiful 1966 right here. Look at that. There's no way we just found two SMS 66 nickels in this 2-box hunt, right? 7 rolls later, inside of roll number 30, and we have an interesting find. It is a foreign coin. What does it say? Helvetica, 1969. And it says 20 on the reverse. Let's check Numista and let's see what sort of information we can find for this coin here. All right, here's what we found. 20 Rapin Libertas coin here from Switzerland. Look at that. That is awesome. Years 1939 to 2024. 20 Rapin equals 23 USD. So that's way more than 5 cents. Awesome. Copper nickel composition. Pretty standard for composition, just like for our coinage today. Now, what does it say on the obverse? Head of Libertas, Roman goddess of liberty, facing right with braided hair tied with ribbon and wearing tiara. And then the reverse says, wreath formed of 2 alpine rose springs with flowers tied with a ribbon below. And you can see the edge is plain. And then here are all the mintages. So we have a 1969. So I assume it's the 1969B. It has a mintage of 39.875 million. All right. What a nice find. Always fun finding coins like these in circulation. Pretty cool. All right. Let's continue. 3 rolls later, inside of roll number 33, here's another chance of finding an addition. 1948. Was this coin from San Francisco? Nope. We found another 1948 Denver, just like the previous box. All right. We are on roll number 38, and here's a 40s nickel we haven't seen in this 2-box nickel hunt. We have a 1940 Denver right here. Found many duplicates before this, of course, since we found a bunch of unique 40s nickels in the previous box. We are just about done with this box. Inside of roll number 49, here's a great find. We found our second war nickel of the box. This one's from Philadelphia. This time from the year 1942. All right. Now they have minted 1942 Jefferson nickels with the traditional copper nickel composition, But in October of 1942, they changed the composition to the silver manganese copper composition. Since nickel was a critical war material, we just have one more roll to go after this. Then we'll start the full box recap of this box. Just finished nickel box number 87. Here's what we found in this box. A 1916 Philadelphia Buffalo nickel, 10 1940s Jefferson nickels, including 2 war nickels right here, a total of 13 1950s Jefferson nickels, a 1966 SMS coin, or is it, a 1982 Canadian nickel, and a 1969 Switzerland 20 Rapin coin. All right. This box actually turned out to be pretty good. Not only did we find a Buffalo nickel in this box, but we also found 2 war nickels, which is fantastic. Both combined are worth about $3.50 based on their silver melt value. Excellent. Now, this 66 here that I classified as SMS, I had to look at this coin for at least an hour. Now, here, of course, is the SMS that I showed you guys back in the first box. Now, notice I kind of found out that the rim on this coin is like a brownish color, as you can see. Like, look at that. I'm not sure if all SMS nickels have the brown rim on it, but the one that I have, it doesn't have the brown rim on it. So it could just be a BS coin, business strike. But always appreciate your guys' feedback down below. A very strong finish to this 2-box nickel hunt. Now, let's go ahead and bring down all the finds of this crazy 2-box nickel hunt and do a 2-box recap. And here is the 2-box recap. Lots of finds to share here. Of course, we have the Buffalo nickel, 2 1930s Jefferson nickels, 23 1940s Jefferson nickels, 2 of which are war nickels. There they are. 21 1950s Jefferson nickels. The 1959 Philadelphia we found definitely has a chance for an upgrade. An absolutely stunning 1966 Jefferson nickel here. SMS or not. Absolutely beautiful. Definitely an upgrade for the album. 2024 Denver. 2 Canadian nickels. This one here is an addition. A 2017 Mexican peso. A 1969 Switzerland 20 Rapin coin. And the trade token, Arizona Automatic. So many cool finds in this 2-box nickel hunt. I would say it was pretty successful overall. Out of all of these finds here, we do have an addition and plenty of chances for upgrades. Now, we'll set this trade token up here for now. And then these foreign coins here will go in this Ziploc bag with all the other foreign coins. besides the Canadian pennies. And the rest of these, we'll check for the album and also the Canadian nickel collection book. And we'll check the Buffalo nickel collection book for the Buffalo nickel. Here's the album. Jefferson Nickels, 1938 to 2005. All right. We did not find the 4 missing Jefferson Nickels for the album. We will continue our grind to find them in the future. Now, I'll go ahead and check out all of these Jefferson Nickels here for upgrades. And with a snap of my finger, we have 2 upgrades. 1959 Philadelphia and the 1966. Let's go ahead and plug these coins in to the album. And there we go. So here's what page 2 of the album looks like as of right now. And here's what the 3rd page of the album looks like. Very happy with the upgrades. Absolutely beautiful. Let's close the album. Now it's time to check the Buffalo Nickels collection book. Right here. Here's what we have so far. And there's the coin we just found. There's a little more detail on the coin we found than the one in the collection book currently. Let's go ahead and plug this Buffalo nickel in to the collection book. And there we go. Now here's what this collection book looks like after the 2 nickel boxes in this video. Very happy with the upgrade. Now let's go ahead and close this book. And finally, here's this one. Canada 5 cents collection book number 2. All right. There's our edition. And is this 1982 an upgrade? I'm going to say no. So let's go ahead and plug in the 2007 Royal Canadian Mint Canadian nickel right now. And there we go. Very, very happy with the addition. That's one less Canadian nickel to find out there in circulation. We will continue our grind to find these missing nickels in the future. Now let's close this book. This Canadian nickel, of course, will go here with all the other foreign coins. And this 2024 Denver, I'll keep inside this coin tube here with the other 2024 Denvers. So we have a total of 3. And we also have 1 in the collection book. So we have a total of 4 found in circulation. There's one last thing to do. It is time to check all of these Jefferson nickels here for varieties. www.varietyvista.com. is where I go for variety hunting. So I look out for DDOs, DDRs, and RPMs. If I find anything, I will let you guys know. And if not, then I'll conclude the video right here. We found no varieties. So let's go ahead and put these 2 war nickels in this coin tube. Whenever you find these coins, never take them back to the bank. Never do it. Keep them for their silver. Here's how many that I have amassed over a year and a half of coin roll hunting. Absolutely insane. All right. And here's the find of the 2-box nickel hunt. The 2007 Royal Canadian Mint Canadian nickel that we plugged into the book. Let me know down in the comments what you guys have found in your latest nickel box hunts. And let me know what you have in your possession. Those include any Buffalo nickels, war nickels, V nickels, or maybe, just maybe, even a shield nickel. And let me know if you have any graded nickels as well. I would love to hear what you guys have in your collection. An excellent 2-box nickel hunt in the books. And now it is time to sign off. So thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Dax Collects, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. Good luck hunting, everyone, and have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you want to check out another video, click on the bottom left corner. See you guys next time.